Hello and good day, everybody. I'm Joy Holt, and this is Monday with the Mayor. We're in Huntingburg today, here with Denny Spinner. Hi, Denny.
Good to see you again.
Yes, thank you. It is always a pleasure to see you. So we have got a lot to talk about today. It's summertime. Festivities are coming up.
And the first big one of the year is hitting our streets this weekend.
So what have you got going on with the Garden Gate?
The Garden Gate Festival is kind of the official kickoff of the spring and summer event season here in Huntingburg, and this is an event that has grown and grown over the last 5 or 6 years. It starts, if those who say there's nothing to do in small towns need to be in Huntingburg on Saturday, because it starts early in the morning and lasts until early in the evening. Something for everyone, as they say. But the Garden Gate Festival is really, over the last couple of years, has grown to incorporate the Huntingburg Car Show, which is sponsored by the Huntingburg Kiwanis Club. Okay. It's the 19th annual car show. That'll be the first event you'll see in Huntingburg on this Saturday, the 22nd. Basically, on the east side of Main Street on 4th will be where the car show happens. It starts early in the morning. You'll see the cars start moving in, so there'll be some traffic restrictions on 4th Street during that time. But a great show has been put on by the Kiwanis for years and years. It'll take up again from Main Street east to Van Buren. That whole area will be designated for cars. And if you have been here before, you understand the quality of the display that you'll see that day. It's a great opportunity just to come and see a lot of the local people who have affectionately developed these cars, and there's just a remarkable amount of work that goes into these things, and you'll appreciate that. The actual trophies will be awarded in the afternoon. But another event going on also in the morning, another subset of the Garden Gate Festival, is the 5K and 10K run, which starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. It'll start on the west end of 4th Street. So there'll be a Walk for Wishes is the beneficiary of that, a great event, a 5 and a 10K walk run. So you want to participate in that. And that leads up to the actual Garden Gate Art and Wine Festival that is down in the Market Street area. It actually starts about 11 o'clock. The art market will open up, which is artisans from around the area, different displays and items that you can see and purchase for your use. Then the Wine and Craft Beer Festival starts at noon, with the jazz starting at noon. 4 outstanding professional artists and also, the Jasper High School Jazz Band takes part of this every year, and this has been what a tremendous, talented group of young individuals. They kind of fill the gap between the professional paid musicians, but they do a great job, and we're very proud to have the Jasper High School group. They've won recognition from around the state on their jazz, and great to have them here and be part of our day. So basically, anything between about 8 in the morning and 8 in the evening, if you're looking to do something, just come to downtown on 4th Street. There'll be something happening. Car show, walks, runs, jazz, arts, music, beer, wine, what more? Food.
Yes. You can exercise and then have wine.
You can have, there's something for everybody. So this is a great day.
Good.
And the Chamber of Commerce and their committee has done an amazing job over the last several years of creating this event, promoting the event, and it's something that people really do look forward to. It's kind of the first event of the year where the weather's nice and you want to get out and be involved, and so we'll look for a great crowd, and again appreciate everybody's support for the festival. And as they did last year, reminder that this is a fundraiser for the Chamber of Commerce, so there is an admission fee. Okay. But for the day, it kind of pays for the music, pays for all the events going on. So I think it's a reasonable fee for a day-long event. So but there were a few people caught off guard by that, and last year was the first time they did that. But there is an admission fee, but it's something that helps promote. The funds go to stay here in town and promote the Chamber of Commerce and other events that they have year-round.
Promote community.
Right.
That's great.
Right.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about where the Garden Gate takes place.
Okay, the Garden Gate Festival takes place along Market Street, which is right behind Old Town Hall between Geiger and Main Street. And this event is now, as we said, in its 6th year. And really what this event prompted, I think, was a rethinking in our community about where would be a great community gathering space. This event has grown and did a tremendous job in a space that's really not designed for this type of event. But you know, people have loved it. They've come to it. They've continued to support it, and really, it was this event that, as we began looking at our Stellar Communities program, that kind of prompted the idea to think about creating a space designed for community gathering in our downtown. And as a result of that, the plans for Market Street Park have evolved into the point where we're on the verge of launching the construction of that project. And really, while there will be a lot of events that happen down there, the real inspiration to get us to the point where we had a space like that probably came from the fact that the Garden Gate Festival took the chance to be in that space and really made us think outside of what that space, you know, we thought of it as a parking lot, but now it's seen as a community space, and we want to, through Market Street Park and the Stellar Communities program, make that the true community gathering space. And we're saying that this will be the last Garden Gate Festival in that old situation. And by the, you know, we may have to miss a year at a temporary location but the whole Market Street Park project will be well underway and be completed soon and be a true host for events like this in the future.
Right. So when is construction expected to start?
Okay. The Market Street Park process, we have received the approval for the state funds for their portion of the project. Local funds have been put aside for that as well. So it's ready to go. The final plans for the park will be approved by our city council at their meeting in May. A last steering committee meeting will be held next week to finalize the plans, give it back over to the developers, and for them to present to the city council in May the final plans to be approved for bidding. Bids will be received by the council at a meeting in June, and then they'll be studied by the development team. And a vendor or a firm to build the park will be selected in July, and construction is expected to begin in August. The time of construction, a lot of it will depend on the weather. We're planning for about 8 to 10 months of construction time, but if we have a weather like we did this last winter, it probably will go faster, but we're looking probably at 8 to 10 months of construction time, which means the new Market Street Park would be open sometime in the late spring, early summer of 2018.
Okay, yeah. So maybe one relocation.
Right,
for
one time.
Yeah.
And I got to say, the committee has done we've stayed in contact with them. They are working cooperatively with us. They're planning for a different location in 2018, knowing that there'll be a great space for them to utilize in the future. But it's just, you know, the idea of having a space that encourages live performances of a variety of types of things, like jazz, like stage performances. So part of the big push in Market Street Park is for a permanent performance pavilion where those types of acts can happen on a regular basis. We included in that space also a parking pavilion where there's some covered parking areas for everyday use. But should an event like this festival come up, it becomes a covered area for vendors and for farmers markets, for things like that. There's a large promenade that goes right down the middle of the park. And the focus of the park also is the icon that we have here in Huntingburg. You know, we've got our old town hall on all our logos. That's kind of the centerpiece. It sits in Market Street Park, and all the sight lines and all the activity around that really brings attention to what is a very, very unique and historic structure in our community. It carries a lot of history of, you know, it's on Geiger Street, which is founded by Colonel Jacob Geiger, who was the founder of the town. So, you know, the historic significance of Old Town Hall, thanks to the work by many, many people over the years, kept that structure alive. And we want to bring it as a center and the focus point is when our community gets together. We remember our heritage, but we also celebrate our future and in a little bit more of a modern and also inviting space there in the Market Street area.
Sure, and think of all the people that have walked across that in the past and more now in the future.
We're hoping to build something that will be, like I say, a true community space. It's going to be great for the larger events, but it's also, we hope, it will be something that will be inviting for folks just on a Friday afternoon. You know, grab your box lunch and go down and sit in the park and enjoy, you know, the downtown area. And the options that are going to be out there because of this construction, I don't think we've even began to scratch the surface yet. There'll be people who will come up with things and ideas to use that space once it's put in place. That will really you know, enhance community life. The big issue that you hear, or the words that you hear all the time, is quality of life, and this is a real quality of life project, because it's designed to give the folks who live here all the time a great space to come and gather, but also invite others from around the area to come in our community and take advantage of what we think are some the great assets of Huntingburg, which includes our proximity to 4th Street. Does a great job of promoting, you know, that historic downtown district as well. And I just think it's going to be something that our community will be very, very proud of.
I think so, and I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait for Garden Gate. And you'll see me there for sure.
We'll see you in Market Street on Saturday.
Yes,
absolutely.
This Saturday.
This Saturday, yes.
All right, well, thank you very much. This has been Monday with the Mayor, and I'm here with Denny Spinner, and you guys have a good day.